Hi everyone, and welcome to the new moon here for December. Oh my God, we made it, we survived, we're here, we're alive, we did it. Congratulations to you for toughening it through this year. And by far, this has probably been the hardest year in my lifetime, and I hope also the last one. Really happy not to see this year being repeated again, and I'm sure that you can relate to that as well. And the perfect timing now here is on this new moon, which we can create what we want for next year. And also reflecting back on what happened this year, but not necessarily reminiscing in the past, but more so observing what and how and why this year has shaped us into becoming who we are right now. Because let's face it, if this year didn't take place, we would have been, meaning the pandemic, meaning the lockdowns, meaning COVID, we would not have been the same person as we are right now if the pandemic didn't take place. We would have been two completely different people. So what I would like to bring you awareness to here for this new moon is that keep in mind that we start to shift our focus and our awareness to when we make decisions, when we would like to implement certain things in our lives, that we look at doing it from a more optimistic approach, a much more optimistic approach to life, to your goals, to your dreams. Because the reason why I say this, and I know it sounds very simple, you're like, where are you going with this? This is already boring. Well, actually it's not. This is very powerful. Because what this year is also showing us that it's time to go back to simplicity. It's time to stop overcomplicating things. It's time for things to become easy. And of course, not just for you. I mean, we see this in our environment. We see it with the governments. We see it in all aspects. And what I would love to bring to your focus and your attention to here, especially on this new moon, is that make sure that when you start to make decisions, when you start to create your dreams, when you start to work towards your projects and your goals, that you have this positive, optimistic approach to that. This is very important because what you already energetically project and invest into your projects, whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's a project, goal, decision that you have to make, your mindset and your emotional state sets the core foundation on which this goal or decision it is that you want to create or make is going to be built on. Now, if your mindset is all about anger, perhaps feeling vengeful, feeling resentful, bitterness, feeling a lot of fear, perhaps wanting to make a decision, feeling like, oh, I don't know if I should. What if something happens again? What if it gets taken away? What if things collapses again? If you have this in the back of your mind, when you make decisions, when you speak your words into whatever intention that it is that you want to create, whether you're even having a conversation with someone or even discussing something that you want to do, you bring forward and you project that negativity through the sound, through the electromagnetic fields, into the quantum field, into the field that's holding all the potential options for your future. So you see, it's really super important, especially on the new moon, because the new moon is all about new chapters, new beginnings. And so we would love, and I would love, to see you soar as of the new moon and just moving forward with a brand new mindset, but also having an understanding and an appreciation for where you were at the beginning of the year and where you are now as well. And observing, how did your mindset change? How did your life change? How did your beliefs change? How did your values change? And how did your projects and your goals even change? Because this year has shaped us in so many different ways. And for most people, it didn't shape them in a positive way. And so on this new moon is a brilliant chance to now take your power back and to recreate everything that you feel you might have missed out on or that you could have lost by merely resetting your mindset. But what's also important is that we really implement, that we really observe and look at what do we really need to learn about ourselves before we can move forward. When I say that, I mean observing and looking at how we've changed. Because the better we understand the new sense of self, of ourselves, and how we've transformed up until this point, the better you can start to adjust to your new future as well, especially for next year. Because if you don't have a good grasp and understanding for how you've changed, where are you at in your life, what do you really truly want now? Instead of wanting things based on fear, if you took that fear away, wow, what is it that you really wanted? Is it still the same? So you see, just tiny little questions, bits and specks and pieces here showing you, where am I? What do I want? What do I really, really, really want? And as you probably might have noticed with this new moon, you might have had some aspects of your, some hip muscles flaring up. You might have had some joint pain. You might have had some issues in your lumbar vertebra. You could have had a few issues coming up in terms of skeletal and joints, which all normally tends to relate to feeling suppressed, feeling really angry about things and circumstances that has thrown your life completely off of balance. Things that where you might have felt that there were people or circumstances that disrupted your support structure as well. And feeling just really bitter, upset and angry and just depressed and sad about that. So your body is also now physically showing you, if you're really flaring up during this time, then it's showing you how much it is that you really are holding on to. Now the cool part is, if you want to find out more about how your body is flaring up when you feel certain strong emotions, I would highly recommend that you grab your copy of Metaphysical Anatomy. It has 679 medical elements in it, and you can see all the hidden messages that are being stored in your body that we all share globally. And guys, the best part about this is that this book is now on a mobile phone app. So you don't have to carry this log with you anymore, because it's 1.5 kilograms. It's almost 800 pages. That's a lot. So you can grab it now on a mobile phone app, and we'll have it available in more languages soon. So you can get the English version right now by just scanning the barcode, or you can go to metaphysicalapp.com and you can go grab your copy there. So coming back to what I was also saying here about this new moon and making decisions, super important that you find your sense of new self, with the good and the bad, and just getting a really firm grasp on what is my new identity like right now. So let's start the meditation. And I was just getting a cool insight as to how I'm going to do it, which is completely different to what I originally thought we're going to do it today. So when you are ready, I invite you to take a nice deep breath. Just relax. Just shake off everything that I said. Shake off everything from today that you perhaps felt stressed by. Just shake off people's energies or negativity from environments, even perhaps that you felt that you took on. And if you want, you can close your eyes and just relax. I invite you to focus on the air that you're breathing. Focus on those beautiful air molecules that you're inhaling. These molecules that are bringing life to every single cell in your physical body. Really bringing your focus and your attention back to something that is so simple yet powerful. Because without these air molecules, your physical body wouldn't be able to exist. And your purpose here in the physical form will cease to exist. Having gratitude for these air molecules that brings life to everything in your life. And it also just allows us to shift our focus back to the simple things in life. And as you inhale and exhale, I invite you to also hear, feel, see, or sense a beautiful waterfall flowing from your head, down your body, your spine, your arms, your legs, through every single muscle tissue in your body that perhaps feels stressed, and just feeling how it's just releasing any and all tension from your body. It's just draining out of your body, just going down, 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 into the earth. Also feeling how this beautiful light is just rinsing down, releasing other people's stress. All the stress of other people that perhaps is stuck in your energetic body, other people's worries or burdens that you might be carrying, just set it aside, just let it go. Just going, going, going. When you are ready, I invite you to hear, feel, see, or sense yourself in an empty space. It can be an empty room, an empty environment of your choice. However, allow the space in front of you to be empty. And as you have this empty space now, I invite you to bring in a copy of yourself. But this copy is one that is from January this year. So what you have now is you in the present moment and a copy of you from the beginning of this year. And as you are observing this copy of you, let's reflect together where you are at right now by using this copy as a reference. I invite you to observe how have your friendships changed since the beginning of the year. When you observe yourself from the beginning of this year, and when you look at yourself where you are at right now, how has it changed? And then also observe how has your intimate relationships changed. How has the status of your health changed? Also, how has your relationship to your goals changed? How has your relationship with yourself changed? Observing these parts and aspects of your life, feeling perhaps where they feel stronger, where they feel weaker, allowing you to have a better sense for what you can enjoy more and what you perhaps can heal and improve more. Perhaps also, what do you feel needs to take more priority right now? And even what you can do is you can write on a list from most important to least important. What you feel you can improve this year before the 1st of January. Instead of waiting for the new year to start new, today is also the perfect day for that. And as you observe these changes, also look at which ones you feel really unhappy about. And if it's possible for you to observe, how can you change it? How can you improve it? By taking steps that is realistic for you. And the best mindset to have when you go through these questions and when you answer them is exactly what I said in the beginning of this talk. Have an optimistic mindset. I invite you to observe what step do you feel is removed from you really embodying that optimistic mindset. What do you need to overcome, change, or heal in order to overcome that? And when you have the answer to that question, I invite you to go to my free online healing session, www.guidedhealingsession.com. And you can go through that process and shift and heal that block. When you're ready, taking a nice deep breath again. When you're ready, you can gently start to come back, follow my voice back into the room. And thank you for joining me. And until next time, be the light that you are.
Hi guys, thank you for joining me, and remember to grab your copy of Metaphysical Anatomy on Amazon, 679 medical ailments. And I also wrote about the psychosomatic root causes of that, and I'm spoiling you because I even added key points for you to start looking at important questions that you can ask yourself to start improving your quality of life. And also remember to catch me on Instagram, Evette Rose, 1 with the digit 1, and Metaphysical Anatomy on our Facebook fan page. Bye guys!